Tonight I'm out doing some EMCOMM work, testing out my new Panasonic CF33. And I was using VARA AC, and I was kind of going over some of the newer features of VARA AC. But it made me start to think and use my imagination about, you know how we always dream and fantasize and, you know, read fiction, and we talk about the post-apocalypse. Well, here's one of my post-apocalyptic toys that I really like, and I think it's going to be a cool addition to ham radio. This image came from a company by the name of Prepper Disc. I actually found them in a Facebook advertisement, and in this advertisement, I ended up getting an image from these guys. I think it was about 80 bucks. I don't know. You can get the whole computer for about 200 bucks, and there's even an LLM version of it that's about 300 bucks. But you can go to their website, and I'll leave a link to the description. But the idea is, say for instance, you were running your tablet off grid with this particular device. This device works is it creates a Wi-Fi hotspot for your device. Check it out, 1010.1010 home. It's the Prepper Disc, right? So if I were to look at like Wi-Fi networks around me, you'll see that the Prepper Disc is a non-secure network, but it's a network designed for you to just pop onto the device, and it pops on flawlessly. But if we were to go through some of the stuff associated, ready.gov, check this out, resources and prep responses for natural disasters, right? English Wikipedia. Guys, this bad boy has all of Wikipedia. And typically it's pretty fast, but this tablet isn't my best tablet. But the cool thing about it is if I wanted to connect my laptop right now, that's running dang on VARA AC, I could, because it can connect to a bunch of different devices, up to 20 devices, I believe. But check it out, all of Wikipedia, the sciences, computer science. This is completely off grid right here in this device. Now, I believe I can come up with a better battery solution, but this particular battery solution works very well for me in particular, right? But I'm just browsing into this headless device. I believe that it isn't as power consumptive as most other devices. And when it comes to power consumption, I'll get into that and I'll talk to you about it a little bit later. World maps and satellite photos. WikiHow, 100,000 illustrated how-to guides, practical health topics. Wow. And it's all being served from this device right here. You know, guitar, singing, motorcycles, daily drivers, using PDF files, calculating volume and area. Wow, this device, and it has all of the Khan Academy Lite. I definitely got to get the link associated with this particular device so that we can share it in the ham radio community. I mean, I got TED Talks. Now, we might not be able to load up TED Talks and send them to each other, but how about we can send a military medicine book? How about the U.S. Armed Forces Medical Handbook? If the device is in a PDF, right, we could go straight from the laptop. We can send it via Winlink. We can send it via VARA AC. We can even possess it and have it on a BBS. This would be a great addition to ham radio, off-grid communications. And when I tell you, we can continue to go on. It took me all night for my particular computer system, but it was 140 gigs. The thing about the Prepper Disc, I think that I do like, is that you can add an external USB. So I added an external 256 gig USB device, and I started putting my own personal information on it. But let's keep going. And as you can see, the USB file access, that's part of that. Nuclear war survival skills, the Great Outdoor Stack Exchange, iFixit, it's a free repair manual. There's also premium content with a lot of books in it. And it's Project Gutenberg, a library in English. And as you guys can see, this is a Lenovo tablet, which isn't my favorite Lenovo tablet, but hey man, I like it. You can have a bunch of books. And you know, the fact that multiple devices, and the thing about it, I think the thing that I like is that the Raspberry Pi 4 is not as power consumptive, right? I wouldn't use a Raspberry Pi 5 with this application. The Raspberry Pi 4 has been working very well for me. The Raspberry Pi 5 is too power consumptive. It's too demanding, especially when you want to be thinking about doing this off-grid, solar power, battery pack and things of that nature. Well, guys, you know, this is just an introduction to it. I think you guys should check the Prepper Disc out. I think this will be a great addition to ham radio. I know I haven't been posting in a while, but I've been playing around and experimenting with a whole bunch of stuff like this. Right now I got here on VARA AC. He's trying to get back to me, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get back to him. And you know what? I can send him a PDF from the Prepper Disc, because on the Wi-Fi side, my Panasonic Toughbook will be connected to the Prepper Disc, and I can just download that and send it via RF. Man, that is a win. That is a win for days. I really like this idea. I really like the potential that we have by adding the Prepper Disc to our EMCOMM tools until not EMCOMM tools. I think that's Gaston, but you guys get the point. Wow, more information, more sharing of information. I think that's awesome. So this is the Metro Atlanta Ham. It's good to talk to you guys again. I was out in the rain today, just out trying to just do some radio stuff and have some fun. Hopefully this quick and short video will excite you and make you maybe get into getting on the Prepper Disc. And I also have another image I got with Kiwix, but we'll talk about Kiwix later. Peace.